Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a special class to make you understand that how you should plan the next almost 2 months till August 31st, because the yoga which is being formed right now, this yoga has come after 19 years. 19 साल बाद ये योग जो है वो आया है. I'll explain you what yoga I'm going to talk. Usually we have, Savan month, every year, somewhere from mid of June to mid of July, or it is end of June to end of July, or maybe the beginning of the July, uh, to the end of July. So that's usually we have. And after every 3 years, 3 साल के बाद, there is something known as Purushottam Mas, or the Adhik Mas. So the Hindu Panchanga, is in a way that after every 3 years, it is always 13 months in the Hindu Panchanga, not the 12 months. So every 3 years. So, that additional year which comes after every 3 years in the Hindu Panchanga is known as the Adhik Mas, or Adhik means, more. Adhik is like mujhe aur chahiye, Adhik. And this Mas is one of the most favorable Mas of Lord Vishnu. Okay, because this is the time when Vishnu does all the meditation, and when Vishnu does all the puja and all rejuvenation, right? So that is why it is also known as the Purushottam Mas. And this time, in the Savan, usually this Adhik Mas is after the Savan. Sometimes it is in October, around the Kartik Mas. So it is like that. But this time, the Adhik Mas that you have is part of the Savan, the Shravan month. Okay, so which is very, very good, which is such a yoga that has come after 19 years. This yoga happened 19 years ago, and now this is the opportunity where the Savan has been stretched to almost 2 months. So here the Savan started from July 4th, and it is going to be there till August 31st. So it is a long, long, Savan month that you have. Now, in this Savan month that you have, there are certain, you know, Mondays that are going to fall. We have almost 10 Mondays, that are coming. And it is one of the greatest opportunities for all my students and me myself, and for all the Shiva Bhakts, that we have this Shravan month, stretched a lot, almost 60 days. Now, what is the significance of the, Shravan month? That is something that was the question in my mind when I started learning Shiv Mahapuran. From my childhood, I was listening कि सावन का महीना आ गया, सावन का महीना आ गया, and it's the month of Shiva, and what exactly is the importance. So during the churning, तो जब churning हो रही थी, if you heard the story, of the churning of and then the halahal came out of the churning, the devtas and asuras were churning. So that halahal was the poison, the sagar manthan that was happening. And so us poison ko Shiva took it in the month of Shravana, right? And his neck, his kantha became blue, and he was known as Neelakantha. And what does that signify? That signify that Shiva is the only energy of the universe that is ready to help all the asuras as well as all the devatas, right? So, if you are a Rishi Markande, or even if you are a Ravana, Shiva is ready to help you. Even if you are Sattvic, or you are Tamasic, or you are Rajasic, Shiva is there to help you, right? So if you go to Shiva temple and if you ask for Rajas, 100% he is going to give you all the Rajas that you want in your life. right? Anything you want in your life, he's going to give you that. But what happened? What is the major problem, that I have encountered, that I have experienced in the Shiva Bhakti? The major problem that I have encountered in the Shiva Bhakti is that you're not able to handle, what Shiva has given to you. That's where the problem is. For an example, Draupadi, she started praying to Shiva, and she started praying, and then she did the mantra that I have taught you, that a lot of you are doing in Shiv Mahapuran with me. We are doing the Panchakshari, and that Panchakshari was Shivaya Nama. Okay, so she's done, I think, maybe, I don't know, it's uncountable, for good 1000 years she did Shivaya Nama. Okay, Shivaya Nama, that is the mantra. Nama Antya is the mantra given by Vishnuji. This mantra was given, by the brother of Ma Parvati. Okay, so brother of Ma Parvati is Vishnu. So he gave Nama Antya mantra. Nama Antya means Nama in the end, Nama in the Anta. Okay, so whenever you do Nama Antya mantra, it directly goes to the Shiva, and you bound Shiva to become yours. Okay, you bound Shiva to become yours. So she did this Panchakshari mantra, Draupadi, Shivaya Nama, and she requested Shiva to marry. Now Shiva cannot come on the Mother Earth. He is a yogi. He is a pure, of the purest soul, right? And Shiva really like people who do not belong to this Mother Earth. Shiva like people who remain hungry, who starve actually. जो आप में से जो एक दिन का एक बार खाना खाते हैं या दो बार खाना खाते हैं, those are the kind of people Shiva love. The people who like to do a lot of intermediate fasting, that is the kind of people Shiva love, because he is one entity who doesn't like food, who doesn't like enjoyment, who doesn't like to come on the Mother Earth. He wants to be away in the Shiv Loka. So Ma Parvati, so the Draupadi wanted Shiva to come and marry him. So he said, I can't come. I'm sorry. I know you've done thousands and lakhs and millions and trillions of this mantra, but I can give you, for Na, I can give you one. For Ma, I can give you one of my Savrupas. For She, I can give you one. For Va, I can give you one. And Ya, I can give you. So Shivaya Nama, he gave her 5 husbands, known as Panch Pandavas. Okay, so Panch Pandavas were the 5 Rudras. You go and research, Panch Pandavas were no one else but the 5 Rudras. Okay, ye 5 Rudra the. So what do you understand from this? What you understand from this is that you can ask anything from Shiva, he will give you. But the point is, how much can you, handle it? That's the problem. I have seen lot of Shiva Bhakts who asked for money, for prosperity, for a lot of wealth. Shiva has given them to it. But, if you are not having a good mind, आपके पास जितना मर्जी पैसा आ जाए, you will not be able to save that money with you. There is a policy in this universe. 1% people are holding 99% people, 99% wealth of this universe. Why? Suppose I give maybe 500 crores to someone who doesn't know the wealth management. Within 10 years, he'll be back to zero, 100% zero. And if you take 500 millions from someone who has that wealth management with him, right, he will again make it, because he know that how, you can again attain, the money that you've lost. So what does that mean? That the idea behind this is that Shiva can give you whatever you deserve, or whatever you don't deserve even, he's going to give you that, right? You ask, he'll give it to you. The problem is that you'll not be able to, digest that. You'll not be able to handle what Shiva can give to you. So in this Shravan month, right? The beauty of this Shravan month is that whatever you ask in this Shravan month, you will get it and you will be able to handle it also. That is the blessing. Usually if you go to Shiva, you ask, okay, give me, I need $500 million, right? I need wealth, I need good cars, I need good home, I need this, that. Shiva will give you if you've done certain mantras. But the problem is, if it is not in your bhagya, you can't handle it. You can't handle the energy, of or the bliss which Shiva has given to you. But in the Shravana mantra, and then you have this opportunity for good 2 months, right? This is the time when you can, ask certain things. And if you are my students, you will ask 4 5 things from Shiva, and we all will ask together, as a Rudra Vedic Academy. The first thing that we'll ask from Shiva is the good health, right? Without the good health, we people cannot survive on this motherland. So let's ask for a good health from Shiva, right? And I'll tell you the process of doing it. There are certain processes that I'm going to teach you today in this class for your good health. That's one. Shiva should keep you fit all the time, like he's so fit, right? And when you don't eat much, when you eat half of what you're eating nowadays, and especially you all in this entire Shravana month, try to avoid curd. आपने दही नहीं खाना इस महीने में. How many of you that we should not eat curd in the Shravan month? How many of you are aware of this thing? You are aware of, people are aware of. Can somebody tell me the reason behind not eating curd in the month of Shravana? Anyone who would like to tell me that? Yeah, you can type it, because you all are on the mute. Okay. So, there is a scientific reason behind it. So, we have doctors here in the group, right? So technically, the Chaturtha Masa is one of the, yes, if the Krishna devotees would know, right? In the Chaturtha Masa, the kind of bacteria that curd has is not good. You can offer the curd on the Shivling, right? आप जरूर कर्ड, ये जो सावन का महीना होता है, इसमें कर्ड शिवलिंग पे चढ़ाया जाता है. और इस सावन के महीने में try to avoid having curd. You can have little bit, in the morning for a breakfast if you want to have, but the way people eat lassi and all, the big glasses of lassi you're having with the curd and all that, try and avoid that. Try and avoid that. श्रवण के महीने में दही जो है वो नहीं खाया जाता. It is not good for health, right? Especially there's a lot of rain, the bacteria that you have is not good, right? But आजकल तो सब बिगड़ गया है, right? So it is not something which is a good idea. अच्छा, एक चीज मैं आपको, और मैं बहुत चमत्कारी चीज आपको आज बताने वाला. I'm going to tell you something very very fantastic. 2 months ago, I was looking for a remedy to stabilize my mind, and I was looking for a remedy to find the right path towards the wealth, towards the towards my profession, towards my learning abilities, because I was doing 10,000 things at a time. I wanted to do some things in some places. I wanted to do this also, that also. But I was talking to myself, Navneet, I think you should do one channelized thing that can really really help you. So then I was looking for one remedy that can help me to channelize my mind, stabilize my mind, low down my energy at a time, and then I can 12 things at once. So that was happening in my mind, and I thought that, hey, stop. We need to do certain things in the right way. You need to find the right path. So I was finding so many remedies about the Chandra, and then I started silently doing one remedy on me, which I said that once I've done with the 40 days of that remedy, I will reveal it to my students if I'm able to balance myself and if I'm able to make myself mentally and psychologically very very strong. That remedy is the remedy of the Chandra. That the remedy is the remedy of the moon. I have made a small video for this, which will be there on the YouTube for a lot of people. Now that remedy is related to the process of taking bath. Okay, now in our shastras it was said that you should bath in the natural environment. So if you see any kshatriya, any brahmana in the satyuga, or maybe like 100 years, ago, what was the process of bathing? The bathing process was that you go in a river or you go in a flowing water, right? You stand there, take a shower, do the Surya Namaskar, give jala to the Surya, because सूर्य देवता को जल चढ़ाने का नियम क्या है कि आपको जल में खड़े होकर सूर्य को जल देना होता है. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू नो दिस थिंग? जो आपके नाभि तक जल होना चाहिए. यू शुड बी स्टैंडिंग इन द रिवर and then you should be giving jala to the surya. That is the right way of doing it, right? तो वहीं वो सूर्य को जल देके नहा के लोग आ जाते थे वापस. So then we researched more, right? We researched more on this, try to understand that what is wrong we are doing. So who is the Jala Devata? Jala Devata kaun hai? Varun Devata is the Jala Devata. Okay. So wherever you have water, right, you have Varun Devata. It is the energy of the Varun Devata, right? I figured out a remedy that in the past, when people, especially, see, it doesn't mean significant to the people who are in the corporate world and who are not having problems in their life, who are not, who doesn't want to channelize their, moon, or who doesn't want that stability. That's okay, life is fun. But if you are a Brahmin, if you are into a spiritual path, there is one protocol which is very, very important, which I want you people to do and give me feedback in 40 days. Okay. You see, my father was in State Bank of India. He had a very stable life. He was an officer. He used to get salary on a particular day. He has fixed amount of this. और जब पापा नहाते थे ना, I used to hear that he's washing his clothes. He's washing his clothes. And I realized that what is he washing? We have a lady who comes and wash the clothes, but I realized that he used to wash his undergarments. Right? He used to wash. A lot of you look at your dada, your dadi, old people, unko ye aadat hai, there's this habit that whenever they go to the shower, they used to wash their undergarments and then, usko dry dal ke, then they used to come out. I had no idea why, why just to wash your own undergarment, which I will not do, at this point of time, because I have people around me. But then I researched more on it. There was a Chandra remedy that I found, in a book, which was like phenomenal. The remedy was, if you are into a spiritual path, right? If you are into a spiritual path, you should never take bath, without your undergarments. Never. Never. Right? You should have at least some garment on your body, right? While taking your shower, while taking your bath, right? Because you are with the Varuna Devata, right? And you cannot embarrass Varuna Devata. You understand what I'm saying, right? So I started taking, bath with at least my undergarment on, and then obviously it gets wet, and then you have to keep it on the side and, do whatever you can with it, or you can leave it there, or your family or your wife or your, or even if someone who is a servant will go and wash it, or you put it in the washing bucket or something like that. I did it for 40 days. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, my mind towards doing 12 different things are now focused on doing 2 or 3, things in my life, where I'm much more mentally strong and stable, right? So how many of you have heard about this particular process or this particular remedy in the past? If somebody would have heard of it, right? Jyotish saying absolutely, Jayati saying absolutely, so Sparsh is saying absolutely. So all these Brahmins, today also, right? and the pH level of your reproductive system is so good, right, that it doesn't go bad when even if you do like this. The pH, of that area is not that bad. If you could take a shower with your undergarment on, it's going to be very bad or something. No, it's not going to be like that, right? So your pitris are always around you. Your Varun Devata is always around you, right? So but then what about when you excrete or when you go to the long job or the short jobs kind of a thing? See, that is a very different thing, because when you are bathing, you are in contact with the water, with the full body for a long time, for the long time. You're using a lot of water. So I think my mother taught this, and today I got the logic spurs. Yeah. So, so in this Shravan month, which started in fact today, right? I would request you people, right? You are my, brothers and sisters and my kids. आप मेरे बच्चों की तरह हो. You are my brothers and sisters like that. So आप at least with some clothes on, you must take your bath, right? You will not strip everything off and then take a bath, right? And if in these 60 days you feel significant changes in your life, mentally, psychologically, and the path, because Chandra, the moon is the path towards the wealth, and wealth, it doesn't mean just the money. Wealth means overall prosperity that you have in your life, right? You people should do this thing. That's the second practice. So the first one is avoid curd. Okay, you can take probiotics if you want. You can take Yakult or something if you need probiotics with you. You can do whatever, but avoid. आप एक चीज और नोटिस करना कि श्रवण महीने में दही भी प्रॉपर जमता नहीं है. If you try and make curd in the Shravan month at home, if the people who know how you can make the curd, it's not going to be a very good quality curd, right? वो बनेगा ही नहीं. It's not going to happen, right? Which is a signal from the mother nature that, hey, look, you need to understand, you have to abide to the mother nature. That's the second thing. The third thing is avoid, non-vegetarian food or alcohol, so avoid that particular thing. That is number 3. Okay. If you people can avoid, until and unless it is a disaster, avoid the haircut. Okay. Avoid the haircut. I would not say that you should not trim your nails or you should not shave yourself. Just do it, right? But try to avoid the cutting of your hairs, right? तो अपने बालों को थोड़ा सा आप जो है कम इसको ट्रिम करिएगा या मत काटिए. 2 महीने हैं. अगर आप नहीं, you have a party, you have an office, you are professional, it's up to you. You can, Shiva understands that, right? It is just, Guruji, can we take bath? Can we take using shower? Because when we take shower, first water falls on the upper body. Ideally, the Asian age used to take bath in the fauna, where feet to be wet first. Is there a scientific reason? Yes, there is a scientific reason. So even if you're taking a shower, what is the problem if you put your feet first in front of the shower and then your head, right? Come on, yeah. I mean, so that's we can do it. I mean, it's not that the moment you turn on your shower, you put your head on the shower and then realize, oh, this is good. No, it's not like that. You can put your feet and legs to the shower first, and then it is always that you should always the pratha is that you should start with the feet, because the reason was that it doesn't give you a cardiac arrest. Okay, so if you're really taking, we have doctors here, if you're really a cardiac patient, they will never allow you to take shower or take a dip directly from the head. If you have a weak heart, it can give the shock, can give you a cardiac arrest or a cardiac problem. So there were scientific reasons for it. So that's the second. The third thing that I want you people to do, which is your hairs, if you can undo that, right? And also try to avoid buying any new things, because this is the month of a yogi, who drank the halahal for you. He took all the zahar for you, right? And he suffered, right? And it was Ma Parvati जिन्होंने उनका यहाँ पे गला पकड़ लिया. Otherwise, it would have gone, below, and there were so many other problems for him. It was very difficult. So to pay tribute to Shiva, just celebrate this particular month for praying to Shiva, right? For just dedicate it to Shiva and eat less. जितना कम खा सकते हो. अगर दिन में 4 बार खाते, if you eat 4 times a day, eat twice a day. If you eat twice a day, eat once a day, right? Try to eat less. Don't eat, more, because these are the things that Shiva likes. It is just giving it back to Shiva that, okay, Shiva, you did this, we are doing this for you. We don't want anything rajasic. We are not buying anything new. We are just trying to be, to be Shiva conscious all the time. Now, this opportunity of 10 Mondays that you have, this is the biggest opportunity. And there are materials that you are using on the Shivling, which I am, going to, I've written the notes, which I'm going to tell you, which I'm going to read out for you, कि आपको क्या-क्या चढ़ाना है और उसका significance, क्या-क्या है. So let me, just give me a minute. I think. Okay, so I think something is coming up here. It's my new system. It says set up voice assistant. Cancel. Okay. Okay, so the first thing in the Shravan month on any Monday, right? If you have problems related to finance. Now there are 2 types of problems that are related to finance. One is that you have adequate amount of money coming to you and you think you're stagnant there. Suppose you're earning 5 rupees, every month, and you wish that it should be 15, and you're earning that 5 rupees from good 2 years. Okay. Under those circumstances, you can do a small abhishek on Shivling to enhance the money, enhance your existing status of money or your business or your practice by pouring sugarcane juice, ganne ka juice on the Shivling, okay, which also represents Mercury. So ganne ke juice ke saath, sugarcane juice ke saath, it should be a pure juice. Do not bring that juice in the evening and you have to do the abhishek in the morning. It has to be done in the morning. It should not have any salt. It should not have any lemon. It should not have any ginger, nothing. It should be a plain raw, juice. Okay, you have to pour it on the Shivling. So that's the first thing that you can do for your finance. That's point number 1. Point number 2, if you're going down in terms of finances. Suppose you were earning 5 or 10 rupees, but now the income is at 1 or 2 rupees. The financial status is depleted. It's gone down, right? It's on Monday only. You do it on Monday. Okay, take it the coming Monday. Okay. And if the financial status has gone down. So the first thing was when the financial status is stagnant and you want to take it higher. This is when the financial status has gone down. So for that, you have to use the pomegranate juice, anar ka juice. So thoda sa anar ka juice आपने लेना है. So with the अनार, right, आपको रुद्राभिषेक करना है अनार के जूस के साथ. आपको अगर financial status deplete हुआ है, if you've gone down drastically, so under those circumstances, it is the pomegranate juice. So the first one was the sugarcane juice. If you have to upgrade the existence is good, you have to upgrade it, right? And Rachna, again I said, not in the evening you have to buy. अगर evening में buy करना है तो अपना अभिषेक भी evening में करो. See, one thing is, I must tell you that Rudra Abhishek can be done 24/7. You know that? How many of you know that? There is no time for Rudra Abhishek. Okay, you can do it in the morning, you can do it in the afternoon, you can do it in the evening, you can do it in the late night, you can do it in the midnight, early morning, depends upon the availability of the Pandit. Okay, so you can do Rudra Abhishek anytime, 24/7, 365 days, kabhi bhi Rudra Abhishek kiya ja sakta hai. The best is in the morning. The best is in the morning from 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. is the time when it is the best. So if your financial problems are so much, you have a lot of debts, right? And the income, देखिए कर्जे कभी भी प्रेयर से नहीं उतरते हैं. कर्जा तभी उतरता है जब आपकी इनकम बढ़ती है. Right? That is the only way to remove your debts. So what is the abhishekam? Pomegranate juice, which is अनार. अनार का जूस निकाल कर उसके ऊपर से आप अभिषेक करेंगे. That will help you to increase. So do it on 10 Mondays that you have, coming 10 Mondays, right? और पंडित जी को बोलिए कि हमारा धन और हमारा name, fame, this is a very good remedy if you are an actor, if you are in the acting industry, if you want to have name and fame, तो ये अनार के जूस से नेम एंड फेम भी आपका बढ़ता है और पैसे में द मनी, उसमें धन के अंदर जो है वृद्धि होती है. बट if you want to enhance it, it's not a troublesome, then it is the ganne ka juice, which is the sugar cane juice. Okay, the enhancement. So it is coming from the mercury. Milk, right? So if you have a wish, any sort of a wish you want to have, you want to buy a home, you want to buy a particular thing, or you want to have a particular job, you want to travel somewhere. There are wishes that you have, multiple wishes that you have, then you should do it with the milk, and make sure the milk is only cow's milk. Okay, it is only cow's milk. It should not be a buffalo milk, right? It has to be a cow's milk. Okay, so even if you're buying a packet or a gallon, make sure it is a cow's milk only. So in India we also get buffalo's milk, which is not allowed. Then if you have disputes with regards to property, land, if you have property or land disputes, or you wanted to buy a property और किसी तरह से वो property नहीं आपके पास आ रही है, then you have to do the abhishek with the curd. Okay, curd is basically to buy property or a vehicle. If you're trying to plan to buy a vehicle और आपका vehicle नहीं आ पा रहा है, आप vehicle नहीं ले पा रहे हैं, आप land, property, plot नहीं ले पा रहे हैं, the abhishek for next 10 Mondays you got to do it with the curd, specifically with the curd. तो आपकी property बन जाएगी, property के अंदर आपकी problem नहीं आएगी. If you have lot of enemies, you are in politics, right? If you are in it's not related to a planet, okay, Deepa, or every remedy is not related to a particular planet. Okay, so agar aapki you have a lot of enemies, right, and these enemies are really troubling you, really troubling you, right, then the abhishek has to come from the mustard oil. Okay, सरसों के तेल से आपने थोड़ा सा अभिषेक करना है. So go take mustard oil and put it on the Shivalingam. Immediately you will see that the enemies will start running away, from the situation. So वो आपको ignore कर देंगे, खत्म हो जाएंगे, and then the 10 durations is okay. What is this Nandita ji saying? Nandita ji saying, can we do more than can we do more than of these? Yes, we can do more than one. We can do all four. जो मैंने अभी तक आपको चारों बताइए, चारों भी कर सकते हो. There's no order. Pandit ji will tell you what is the order. The local Pandit ji से अभी आप ये कर दो, ये कर दो, ये कर दो. Since SMP I given my shivling to a temple, so do it. I do the abhishek. Can I use Rudraksh, or you have to do it on the shivling only? So it is a good idea if you can go to a temple, because it is just one day in a week, which is Monday. You have to manage that. I'm not saying you to do it every day of the Shravan month. It is just the Monday of the Shravan month. So you've got 9 or 10 Mondays, so do it on the Monday. So mustard oil for your enemies, right? For conception of the child, you want to conceive a child, right? And there are problems in the reproductive system. You have problems in your ovaries or something. It has to be the cow's ghee. Okay, so जो घी ले लीजिए आप, घी के साथ पूरा जो है आधा किलो का घी ले लीजिए और 1 किलो घी ले लीजिए, पूरा आधा किलो 1 किलो घी आप जो है half a liter or a liter of ghee you should do the Abhisheka, the childbirth, the reproductive system, the impotency, these things will go away. Okay. And now what are my children? Guruji, can I do Abhishek every day in the summer? Of course you can do it. I do it every day. I plan to do it every day. And you can do it every day. Who stops you? Okay, but these are special things on a particular Monday because Chandra is associated. Chandra is right here. The Chandra was protected by Shiva. When no one helped, Chandra, Shiva helped the Chandra. So I'll tell you the story someday. Okay. Now, if you have a lot of sadness in your mind, a lot of people come and say that, what, Guruji, I feel so sad all the time. My mind is not energetic all the time. I feel low all the time, right? So then you should do it with the kusha water. So have little bit of kusha. Kusha is a grass. So you go to a local temple, right? Ask the temple priest if you can get a kusha. Even the normal grass is kusha. Okay, kusha is the category of the grass, the green grass that you see, kusha. So put little bit of kusha, in the water and then offer that water to the shivling. So kusha jal jo hota hai, that removes your sadness and give you good health. Okay, so kusha ka jo jal hai, that is very, very important. Now, the best thing that you people can do in India, okay, you have 2 months. How many months you've got? 2 months. Okay, go to a Tiratha. Okay, go to a Tiratha. Tiratha means a pilgrim. You can go to Haridwar, you can go to Siddhi Vinayak, you can go to, Sai Baba, you can go to Kashi Vishwanath, you can go to anywhere. We are planning to go in August end, right? We'll be planning this, right? To maybe to Somnath, the first. So wahan pe jo jal milta hai, get that water, to your hometown. So take a small bottle and get the water of the Tiratha. Get water from the pilgrim and then come back and offer it on the shivling. Upon local shivling, your motherland shivling. So if you go to a temple every day or you go to a temple on the Monday, just go to a pilgrim, go to Kashi Vishwanath, wahan se Ganga ji ka jal le aao thoda sa, get the water of the river Ganges, or you can go to Haridwar, or you can go to Rishikesh, right? And get some water, carry that water, right? You can go to Sai Baba, you can go to a Jyotirlinga in Pune, Bombay, anywhere you can go. Get some water from there and put it on the local temple, jahan pe aap jaate ho shivling mein. So when you do this, this is the remedy to get moksha. You've added a step towards moksha for the liberation. If you are stuck somewhere, you feel stuck in your life, ya main phas gaya yahan, ya main phas gayi yahan pe, right? So वो फंसी हुई सिचुएशन से जो पिलग्रिम का जो जल है, जब आप वो ऑफर करते हो तो वो निकाल देता है. When you're feeling stuck in your business, you're feeling stuck in your job, you're feeling stuck anywhere, this is the remedy. Go to a pilgrim, and this remedy is very powerful. कावड़िया इसलिए जाते हैं, correct? Because they want to achieve moksha. जो कावड़िया का सबसे बड़ा प्रोटोकॉल है वो मोक्ष ही है, right? वो मोक्ष लेने के लिए they used to walk, and ideally the pratha is that you should go walking to that pilgrim. That is why people travel 600 kilometers, 700 kilometers in the month of Sawan. They go to Haridwar, they go to Rishikesh, they get that water by barefoot, right? They come back barefoot and do it on the local temple, right? You can also use the Ganga Jal that you have, but that is an old Ganga Jal that you have in your home. But if you can go in the month of the Sawan, in this particular 60 days, if you can go and get that water and put it on the shivling, it is going to give miraculous result. You will come out of the stuck situations in your life. See, we are stuck here, aren't we? We are stuck here. We're stuck on this dirty, system, and we want to liberate ourselves. We want to just go back, never want to come back again, right? You need to do this thing. You need to do this thing. You have to do this thing. Okay. Now you are suffering from the bad karmas of your past. कभी कभी आपको ऐसा लगता है ना, you feel that, I know how many bad karmas I have done in my life that I'm facing all these things in my life. At times you feel, or we all are here because of certain bad karmas that we have done in our past. That is the reason that we are over here, right? Maybe we have something to give it back or something to take from someone. That is why we are here. If you want to burn those karmas without you settling them, right, there are so many karmas, which you can burn, just by doing this one abhishekam. And that abhishekam is with the honey shahad ke saath. So if you do the abhishekam with the honey, it is gonna burn your bad karmas. That is like your bad karmas are directly proportionate to doing abhishekam with the honey on the शिवलिंग. उसके आप करोगे तो आपके जो बैड कर्म है, खराब कर्म है, वो ऑटोमेटिकली खत्म हो जाएंगे आपके. सो आप सारे के सारे, they will do that as well. Now, there are some loans that are stuck. There is a payment which is stuck. There's a money problem. There's a promotion which is stuck. You're not getting promotion. आपकी क्लाइंटेज कम है, आपकी क्लाइंटेज नहीं आ रही है, आप एक्सपैंड नहीं कर पा रहे हो, आप ग्रो नहीं कर पा रहे हो, आपको विजिबिलिटी जो है लाइफ के अंदर नहीं मिल रही. यू नॉट एबल टू गेट द विजिबिलिटी दैट यू डिजर्व in your life. What you're supposed to do, you have to do one small simple remedy, and that remedy is take a glass of water, or take a gadvi or a lota of water, right? Add gud wali shakkar, the jaggery powder, the jaggery powder, the gud wali shakkar that you get, right? Usko mix karke do the abhishek on the shivling. You see the stuck payments, the problems with the loans, the problems with the financial issues, they are over. So when you do abhishek with the shakkar, the jaggery powder, the powdered jaggery, that you get shakkar, तो उसके साथ करने से आपके जो financial issues जो है ठीक हो जाते हैं. Now for your name, fame and success and overall, progress in your life, right? Suppose you're a YouTuber or you're Instagram, your subscribers are not increasing, you're not getting that visibility, that name, that fame is not coming, your content is very good, but still you're not able to make it. So take a sugandhit jala, which is perfumed water. Okay, so take ether, non-alcoholic ether. Take non-alcoholic. So there, if you go to a temple shop, you ask him, I need, the perfume from the jasmine, or I need a perfume from this flower, but it should not be alcoholic. It should not have any alcohol content into it. So take that and you just mix it with the water and offer it, right? You will beautify yourself. आपका शुक्र strong हो जाएगा, आपका mercury strong हो जाएगा, communication, आपका name, fame, right? गुलाब जल के साथ भी कर सकते हो, because गुलाब जल is non-alcoholic. So take rose water. With the rose water also you can do it, right? So that will help you to, especially rose water is very, very good for financial upliftment also, and name and fame also. Okay, if you want to control your sexual desires, you want to be a yogi, right? If you want to enhance your knowledge, आप अपनी knowledge को बढ़ाना चाहते हो, right? Your retainership, you try to listen, you forget within 1 week or 2 weeks, right? That fifth house you want to make, your fifth house strong. You have to do the abhishekam with the bhasam, the ash, okay, the bhasam. So आप भस्म मिल जाती है, उसको हम जो कि ना, तो भस्म चढ़ाइए, इतनी सारी भस्म पंडित जी को बोलिए कि वो अरेंज करें, हवन की भस्म है, इसकी है, तो वो भस्म के साथ जो है आप अभिषेक करिए, तो वहां से आपको जो है आपकी आयु लंबी हो जाती है. यू गेट लॉन्ग लाइफ, because long life is equal to less physical relations, right? So that is also there, and also the knowledge is enhanced. Knowledge जो है वो आपकी बढ़ती है, retainership जो है आपकी बढ़ती है. For wisdom, right? For wisdom, if you want, okay, someone is making notes, okay, this is getting recorded and someone can make notes and put it in the group, that will be great. Okay, so for for your wisdom and for you becoming a teacher. Honey saying I'm making it okay. Thank you, honey. So for the health of your spouse, for the health of your wife, for the health of your children, right? You can offer roses, on the rose flower itself on the shivling. So take rose petals and rose flowers and आप शिवलिंग पर चढ़ाओ, तो आपके स्पाउस की जो हेल्थ है, आपके बच्चों की जो हेल्थ है, आपकी फैमिली की जो हेल्थ है, वो improve हो जाएगी. If there is a family breakage, there's a divorce thing going on, or the entire family scattered, someone is looking like this, the other one is looking like this, and you have 4 people, 5 people living their own life within the same home. It is a scattered family, things are not working. You have to go, this is an effort that you have to do in 60 days. That effort is that you have to take water from 7 different rivers. So take a water bottle from a river, then take another water bottle from another river, from another river. 7 नदियों का पानी आप मिक्स करके आप शिवलिंग पे चढ़ा दीजिए. आपका परिवार जो है वो एक हो जाता है. घर के अंदर जितने कलह क्लेश या प्रॉब्लम्स आए होते हैं, इवन इफ द मैरिज इज ब्रेकिंग और देयर सो मच ऑफ इश्यूज विद इन द फैमिली, वो चीजें रिजॉल्व होती हैं 7 नदियों का वो चढ़ाने पे. इफ यू पीपल आर डिचिंग यू, इफ पीपल आर कॉनिंग यू, यू गेट लॉट ऑफ people cheat you for XYZ reasons in the business, in the work, in the personal life. Offer black sesame seeds on the shivling. Black sesame seeds on the shivling, it's a remedy for Rahu, right? And you all, if you go to Shiva temple every day, agar aap har roz jate ho, in the Sawan month, do not forget to offer yellow flowers on the shivling. Gende ka jo phool hota hai, yellow flowers, this is one remedy to enhance your Jupiter, right? When you offer a garland on the shivling, पूरी की पूरी एक माला yellow flowers की आप शिवलिंग पे चढ़ाते हो, this immediately enhances the Jupiter in your. So if you're wearing a pukhraj or something, right, yellow sapphire or something, that is just 1% of what you do when you offer the yellow garland on the shivling. So these are the things, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to do. You can choose, you can do all of them, or you can choose 3-4 on one Monday, 3-4 on the another Monday, and within 60 days you will encounter a lot of prosperity. If you face some severe or bad things, I must tell you, if you're supposed to get 10 slaps by your karma in the next 60 days, you will only get 2. The 8 will be taken care of by these small initiatives and remedies that you will do. And see, हमारे कर्म एक तरफ हैं, लेकिन still God has made us humans. We have a vibration, we have free will also. So इस free will को आप guru will बना दीजिए, right? But if I am saying you to do these things, I am also taking some karma on me, right? If you do what I am saying, the severity of your bad karmas will be reduced. Whatever you're facing in your life, whatever frustration you're facing in your life, whatever nonsense which is happening around you, that will go down. And I'm saying this, jisme mere Jagannath ji Sakshi is always with me on my right. You can see little bit of Jagannath ji here on the right, और इनको साक्षी बनाकर मैं कह रहा हूँ, right? He's a Sakshi Gopal here, right? That these things will work, for you. उस दिन हमने जात को चेंज, कास्ट चेंज करने की, और मैंने आपको एक नई कास्ट दी थी शिव महापुराण के अंदर, और मेरे को पता है कि 2 साल में 3 साल में आप लोगों की कास्ट मैं बदल के रख दूंगा, right? And it's not the caste that you are born with or that your family or your father has given to you. I'm talking about the caste, the spiritual caste. आपकी आत्मा की भी एक जात होती है, आत्मा की भी, सोल की भी एक कास्ट होती है, which I am going to change. For southern people, dates are different. It is till 18th of September for South India, right? So 17th July, yes, it is considered from Prabhakar, it is 17th July to 18th of September in South India. Okay, so consider this to be from 4th of July to 31st of August. Okay, at the moment. Okay, that's what I want you people to do. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you, right? So give me 40 days of feedback of that shower remedy. Okay, the Vedic remedy. Okay, give me that feedback. All right, I'm sure your mind will become very stable. You'll become, you know, you'll go inside. You'll go inside. You'll be isolated and happy. That's something that will happen to you, right? And that is the best thing that can happen to anyone on this planet. That if you are happy, isolated, इससे बढ़िया चीज इस दुनिया में कोई और हो ही नहीं सकती, right? That is the highest level of thing that can happen to anyone, on this planet. Okay, and do these abhishekams, right? Yeah, go to Kasar Devi, get a water from there, whatever you can do. Go to any temple, go to any river, visit places. Okay, what, like more than heaven, Guruji? Okay, can I go to? Why not? क्यों नहीं जा सकते स्वाति? Go, run. If you want to go to any Jyotirlinga, any Shivling, if you can afford that, please go. Do it, right? And just go there and pray for me also a little bit, that if I could give you and I could deliver you more lectures, right? And just be there. Okay, I hope this has made some sense to you. You've enjoyed the 50 minutes of the class. You've learned so many things, right? And make a plan, give an action plan, and discuss. Send me the DMs, direct messages of your plans. Kya kya kar liya, kya kya reh gaya, so that I can add on my blessings, in your plan as well. ठीक है? So आज इतना ही.